Welcome to Lynn MA Sportscast. We're your hosts, Sean Donahue.
And Caleb Reddick.
Caleb, today we've got a pretty good show. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, we have a jam-packed show, Sean. We only have so much time. We have from some of the biggest schools. We have Tech, English, and St. Mary's. We have basketball players. We have a hockey player coming on, so I think it's going to be a great show, Sean.
Happy to hear. Exciting stuff. The Lynn MA Sportscast is a show which focuses on all sports in Lynn Mass. What you can expect from us are player highlights, field reports, interviews, and of course the question of the week. Again, we're very excited to be here. This is our second whack at it. As the winter season kicks off in the wide world of Lynn sports today, there are lots going on. The Lynn Parks and Recs Department will offer a ski and snowboarding club at the Bradford Ski Area starting January 3rd from 6 to 10 p.m. It's a 6-week course. It runs till February 7th. For those interested, you should reach out to Lisa Nerick, and you can call her at 781-268-8000 or 781-477-7096. Again, this is a course that's open to all levels of experience. Some of the things that have been going on in Lynn, the 2013 Item Football All-Stars have been picked. The Item All-Stars team is made up of 25 of the top players in the North Shore. From Lynn, we have Jordan Manthorne, Brad Scuzzarella, Chris Lassard, David Crichton, Rodolfo Jimenez, Chris Tinkham, and Zach Losey. That's 7 players out of 25. Over 25% have been selected out of Lynn Mass. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Well, Sean, half of the kids that you just mentioned, they were already on our show. I wonder if the Item watches our show, because
well, it would be a working relationship because we definitely reach out to the Item for all the up-to-date news and info that's going on in Lynn as well. To follow up on that story, the team will be honored at the Item All-Star Dinner Monday, December 16th at 6 p.m. at the Prince Pizzeria restaurant on Route 1 in Saugus. The cost of the dinner is $25. For those interested in going, call Steve Kraus to place your order. Steve Kraus can be reached at 781-593-7700, extension 1238.
Prince Pizza, they have a unique type of pizza. It's really good there.
Yeah, they put butter on the bottom. It's amazing.
I know, I work there. It's
you do?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe you can reach out to them and get a sponsorship so we can make the show bigger and better. In Pop Warner news, the Westland Rams win in overtime against the Greensboro, North Carolina Ravens with a score of 8-6. They're one win away from the Division II National Championship.
Go Rams.
Yeah, good luck, Rams. I mean, this is an amazing story. For the past 4 years, these guys have been in and out of the Item because they're killing it.
They're that good. Lynn produces athletes. Athletes prosper in Lynn. That's how you do it.
I definitely think it's attributed to a lot of the people who live here and how much passion they have in their hometown, especially sports here in Lynn. Like Caleb mentioned, we have a great show for you today. Stay tuned as we go to the Sideline Sportscast with Jessica Starbard.
With another state title under their belt, the girls ice hockey team from St. Mary's High School in Lynn is gearing up for another successful season. It's been over 9 months since the Lady Spartans captured their 5th state title at the Garden. With a new group of girls added to the roster, Coach Frank Pagliuca's team is hard at work preparing to start another winning season.
Obviously, we turned the page. We have a different team with different players trying to prove some different things. So we just need to know how hard it is to get back to that point, how much work we had to put in. And that's the thing we want to install right away in the season.
State titles are nothing new to the St. Mary's program. The Lady Spartans have won it all 4 times since 2008.
We've had some very talented kids come through this program, but more than just talent, just the work ethic and the believing in themselves and coming every day in practice and competing to the best of their ability.
After winning our state championship last year, our coach expects nothing less.
What's going to challenge us the most is we're going to need to work on communication and getting used to all the new players because this is another rebuilding year for us.
We return all our goalies and all our defensemen this year, so that's our real strength of our team. Lauren Skinnian, who came off a great year for us last year in the goal, is one of the premier goalies in the state. Tatiana Doucette is one of the best defensemen in the state. And we also have Amanda Donahoe and Vanessa Van Busberg, who are elite defensemen as well.
For the seniors, this year is all about returning to the Garden for one last trip to the state championship.
My goal this senior year is to have a great senior year and work really hard and have a fun time with my team and do everything we can do to get back to the Garden.
The Lady Spartans will face the same team they defeated last March to win it all, Arlington Catholic. A league game for the team. Coach Pagliuca is ready to start this season with their best foot forward.
I'm real happy and excited about the year. We have a lot of work to do, but hopefully we'll start off on a good note on Saturday night.
The Lady Spartans will be kicking off their season right here at Connery Rink on Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. against Arlington Catholic. For Lynn MA Sportscast, I'm Jessica Starbard.
Welcome back. Thank you, Jessica. Beautiful field segment done on the St. Mary's girls hockey team. Ironically enough, another hockey guy here, Joe Conlon, head coach of the Lynn Jets. The Lynn Jets is a hockey team composed of 3 high schools here in Lynn: Lynn English, Classical, and Tech. Joe, thanks for being here.
No problem, and I do want to say thanks for having me, and I'm glad someone took over for Mr. Hoffman, who did a great job for so long, and I wish you guys nothing but success down here.
Thank you. We appreciate that. I mean, Mr. Hoffman had done a great job with his program, and it only seemed fitting to continue the legacy. And I mean, it's a great program for the kids. It's a great program for fans of Lynn sports.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here today. Lynn Jets hockey. Last year, your record, you guys finished 7-11 with 2 ties. What are you guys looking forward to this year?
You know, last year it was tight down to the wire, and we didn't make the tournament. We lost some tight games in the end, and ultimately, that is falling short of our goal. So this year, you know, we got to get back over 500 and get back in that tournament somehow. That's goal number 1, and I think, you know, if we come down with the right attitude, we have a good chance to accomplish that.
Absolutely. The item has you saying last year that you guys couldn't just get that one big goal. What have you done in the off season to prepare for that this year?
You know, we've talked about it a ton. You know, I can rattle 5 games off the top of my head that we lost because of that reason in the end. We've talked about it. We've learned from it, and we put some time in. So I'm hoping there's a difference in those situations this year.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, preparation is everything in sports. You hear Tom Brady say it all the time. And it's not just in regards to football. It's every sport. I mean, if you're competing against another athlete, he's trying to take your job, you're trying to take his job. So whoever does the most work in the off season is usually the guy who comes out on top. So happy to have you here. The league that you play in is the NEC South. You see a lot of players and teams over and over again. Who is your best competition this year?
Well, you know, Swampscott, they're coming off a trip to the Garden, you know, so and Marblehead moved up, so they're not going to be in our division this year. So I'd say, since Swampscott, you know, made the run last year, I would say they're the team to gun for. I think Revere's improved, Salem's improved, and I think it's going to be a tight league. You know, the NEC seems to change every year. That's kind of beyond my control, and we just play who we're assigned to play, and I think our league's going to be tight. Should be interesting, and it's going to be a ton of familiarity with playing these teams 3 times each. So it'll be interesting.
Definitely a season to follow, without a doubt, especially if you're a fan of Lynn sports. I mean, there are kids from each high school coming here. You must have a lot coming out for practice or even just tryouts. Is it a type of team where you have to have cuts and things like that?
No, you know, we keep everyone. We have a 10-game JV schedule, so, you know, yeah, we probably won't dress everyone in a varsity game, but there's an opportunity for everyone. This year's the numbers are pretty stable. You know, we got about 30 kids at tryouts, which is a good number for us. It's a little bit up from last year. Like I said, everyone's going to have an opportunity to get some kind of ice, whether it be varsity, JV, or skate every day at practice. So, you know, we're excited to where we are at this point.
That's good to hear. You know, it's tough. I coach football and lacrosse at St. Mary's, and you know, you catch yourself looking around and saying, "Hey, did everybody get in? Did everybody play?" And for you to you know, try to make that promise, that's good. That's a good thing, because it gives all these players experience, and it's something to look forward to for their senior and junior years, because, you know, once they get that game time experience and they're used to competing at that type of speed, it's usually translate into their later seasons.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to create. You know, it's not. You know, it hasn't been that way every year, and we're just trying to create some competition for some spots, trying to create a situation where everyone gets some game ice, you know, and that's just the day-to-day stuff, and whoever comes out, you know, whoever's with us, we really do the best we can with them, and, you know, that's kind of our ideas in terms of our numbers.
Excellent. Now, the program's been in existence for 7 years.
Yeah.
You've been the head coach for 6 years.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Coming in, I started coaching with Coach Melanson when he became the head coach of Lynn English. So we were together with Mike Deering. The three of us came in with Lynn English about 9 years back. We did 3 years at Lynn English. The Jets came together. Coach Melanson had to step down for health reasons, unfortunately. Mike Deering and myself stayed on as the Jets, primary guys at the beginning. Coach Joe Gunning, Coach Ron Gaudet joined us, and we formed our staff, and we've been together for 7 years. I was fortunate enough to, be running the ship for the last 6 years. So we have a great staff. Again, Coach Melanson, put the team together, and since then we've been, sailing along, and it's been a pretty good journey.
It's a special thing when you get coaches who have been working together for a long period of time. For me, I came in and worked with Coach Durgan, Coach Dana, Coach Donahue over at St. Mary's, and just the relationship that they had into place, I felt lucky to be part of that. So that's a good thing. I hope you guys can keep that going and keep those guys on. This Saturday is your first game. It's at Matthews Arena. What are you guys planning for?
Yeah, it's a great place to play. I mean, that's kind of why we play this team, Latin Academy, 2 times a year. It's a great place for the kids to play. We want to come out fast, and we want to start fast, and it's always important to rack up a couple wins early in the season so you're not sweating down in the wire at the end of February. So it's a big game for us. I think if we come out with some speed, come out aggressive, maybe we can have some success.
From what I understand, I was never a hockey guy because I couldn't skate, and I guess that's pretty important in the game. But from what I understand, it's all about speed, and philosophy is a big part of it. What do you guys? I mean, you got 4 captains over there who are star athletes, right? And they're a big part of your program. What's the type of philosophy that you try to instill in their playing?
We just want to play aggressively. Now, whether that be in the defensive zone, whether that be on the forecheck, even on the penalty kill, we just want to be aggressive. Yeah, we tell the kids all the time, if you're going to make a mistake, make the mistake, trying to be aggressive. Don't make the mistake thinking about what you should do. So that's kind of where we start from. As far as the captains go, the good part about having 4 captains is, just the communication throughout the locker room. They do a little bit of the reteaching for us. They know what we expect. We expect big years from those guys, and they really are going to provide some good leadership. And like I said, they'll do a good job of getting everyone on the same page.
Good to hear. Now, Wednesday the 18th is your first home game, 6 p.m. at Connery Rink versus Salem. This is a big deal for you guys, but something that you guys look forward to later on in the season, the Christmas tournament. Yeah. And I think you use the words, it's similar to a bean pot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we started, we had joined the Christmas tournament when we were starting out as the Jets, and we were on the road for a couple Christmas tournaments, and we said, we got to take this concept and kind of make it our own. So we set it up. This is our 3rd year running. There's 4 teams in it this year. There'll be 2 semifinals and a champion the next night. We play Swampscott the first night, which is our first league game against Swampscott. So that'll be a big game.
Oh, so these count as league games?
That first one does. Just us and Swampscott. The other 2 teams involved are Everett and Northeast Tech. So they'll play, and we'll go at it with Swampscott. And then the next night, whoever's still standing, we'll go at it for a trophy. And we usually get a good crowd down at the rink.
You get some good work in as well, I'm sure.
It's great.
Now, from what I know, this is at Connery Rink,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, okay. This is the Friday and Saturday night after Christmas, so it's a good take.
Friday and Saturday night after Christmas, make sure that you go down to Connery Rink. At what time?
6 and 8. We'll be at 8 Friday night against Swampscott.
Friday night against Swampscott, a first league game for the Lynn Jets. Joe, I appreciate you being on the show today. Now we'll go to our question of the week. Tweet your answers to the Twitter handle Lynn Sportscast. Last week's question was, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick became the most winningest coach and player duo. Who held the record beforehand? The answer was answered correctly by Broke Simon, with Dan Marino and Don Shula. This week's question, because hockey is such a pertinent thing, the NHL record for most total games in one game by both teams is 21. With 16 goals, which team holds the record for most goals scored in one game? Again, the NHL record for most total goals in one game by both teams is 21. With 16 goals, which team holds the record for most goals scored in one game? The first to reply with the correct answer will receive a coupon for a free pizza at Little Caesars. Again, you can answer this question at our Twitter handle, at Lynn Sportscast.
I'm Caleb Reddick. We only have so much time, so let's just dive in it. To the left of me, I have from the Lynn Tech Tigers, Rafy Lora. And to the far left of me, from the St. Mary's, I have Jordan Manthorne. Guys, Jordan, you're a senior. Rafy, you're a junior. You guys play different sports. Jordan, you play basketball. Let's talk about basketball. How is Tech's basketball over there?
Right now, we're currently, it's a process right now. It's a long season. Definitely get into the tempo. It's a lot more.
When does the
tempo.
season start?
Already started.
Jordan, hockey season.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it? How are we doing this year?
I mean, we look pretty good. We're fast. Young team, but everyone's getting better. We got our first game Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Rafy, what are some things that you do in practice for varsity team?
Well, first we stretch and we run a lot of sprints to warm up and get our blood flowing through our bodies. And then we go straight to drills, from anything from drip ball handling to shooting and passing.
How are you guys, is it a young team this year? Is it an older team?
It's pretty much a young team. Our point guard's a sophomore, I'm a junior. Like 3 out of the 5 guys on the court are sophomores, and the rest is 1 senior and 1 junior.
Mm-hmm. Jordan, how is the St. Mary's team looking?
Like I said, we look pretty quick. Young team, but we have a great goalie. Bailey McBurney's a great goalie.
Mm-hmm.
The defensemen look strong, and then forwards, we got to start scoring some goals, but we look pretty good.
What are some things that you can do in practice, on ice or off ice, to work on scoring goals?
Shooting. Shooting's big.
Shooting. So how would you practice shooting?
Well, you can just, on the ice, you just shoot on goalies. It's the best way to do it. Shooting on an empty net it helps a little, but like picking corners on goalies and stuff really helps.
Rafy, what are some things that you would do to practice in basketball? I don't know too much about it. I'm not going to act like I do. Please tell me.
Well, first thing you want to basically learn is how to handle the ball. So just do some dribbling drills, and then after that you can go to more like layups, and then you can switch over to mid-range and 3-point shots, basically.
How has Tech's team done in the past?
Well, in the past 2 years, we haven't done that as good as we could do.
So how are you going in this year to stack up and get ready for this year so that you can become?
Well, our coaches are putting it on us on practice, like a lot faster tempo. They're on you more. If you mess up, you get right back to what you have to do. In games, he's going to be on you, and it's just going to work out the end.
How do they pick captains over at Tech?
Well, from the last game of the last season, the next day, it's workouts. And it starts from off-season up. So
when does off-season start?
The last game of the season. Last season, the next day you go to weight room, and that's when it starts.
So it's not just a 3-month and out? No. It's the whole year round?
Yes.
Jordan, how long is the hockey season?
It's a few months. I think if you make the playoffs, I think it could end up going into early March. I remember sophomore year we made the Super 8. It was early March, I believe.
What makes St. Mary's a unique school?
The community, it's like you know everyone. The teachers, it's like one-on-one. If you need anything, they'll help you with. You make a lot of friends. You got kids from all over, not just Lynn. Like myself, I'm from Peabody. We got kids from Saugus, Linfield, all around. So.
What about over at Tech? There's 6 high schools? What's unique about Tech?
Tech is a trade school, so you get like shops. So you can, if you want to be an electrician for your life, you go there. You can get an electrician license, TV media, to learn about like computers, cameras, and all that. So we got shops to offer. Your senior year, you can you go into co-op, which is basically while you're in school, you can work at the same time. So it's like 1 week you go to shop week, which is our shop, and which is co-op. You go to your work. Next week you got class week.
So what shop do you do?
TV media.
You do TV media. How do you like it?
It's awesome. I think it's one of the best shops in school.
Jordan, what are some other sports that you do over at St. Mary's?
Football, and I'm going to go back into baseball this year in the spring.
Yeah, I've heard about your football. You're really good. Is there any community service that you do?
Yeah, I've done community service with the hockey team and on my own at my brother's table.
So you guys do it as a group?
My sophomore year and freshman year, we did all together.
You're understating it. So you do hockey, you do football, you do community service. What are you looking at for college?
Just state schools.
State
around
schools?
Here, yeah, like Framingham or Bridgewater or something.
Rafy,
like that.
Do you do any community service?
Yeah, it's at brother's table and the football team.
The football team also?
Yeah,
So everybody gets involved. You got 30 people. What do you guys go and do?
We go pass out food, like food pantries. We go out to brother's table and help out.
That's great. Rafy, what is some, you're a junior, so you still got another year. What are you thinking about for college? Have you given it any thought?
Well, I haven't given it as much thought as I could. My coach is telling me now I should. I was looking at Framingham State and Salem State University, but definitely starting more for Framingham because of their football team.
What's the philosophy of the football team as offense and defense? What are the coaches saying about it?
For Tech?
Yeah.
Well, our offense mainly strives on basically our speed. We have a lot of speed on offense, and that's what really keeps us going. And our linemen have sometimes a push. For defense, is mostly our strength. We have very strong linemen and linebackers, which can fill the holes very well. For DBs, we do our jobs intercepting the ball, and when it gets up in the air, and when a run comes our way, we stop it.
What are some expectations of the coaches?
Definitely work hard.
Work hard.
Definitely don't slack off. Off season, go to the weight room, get your body up, gain weight.
Jordan, what are some expectations over at the hockey team? That everyone does their job. You got to know what you're doing. If you're not a goal scorer, you got to know what you got to do to help out your team. Defensemen, you know, if you can't skate the puck, don't skate the puck. Just do your job. And things like that.
What are some of your goals this year for the season?
Short term, Saturday night, hopefully we win.
Hopefully you win. What about some long term goals for yourself?
Making the tournament. Definitely making the tournament. That'd be great.
What about outside of sports?
Just going to college, obviously.
Going to college.
Yeah.
Rafy, what are some of your goals, short term, for sports?
Definitely win games, work hard, play as a team at Tech, never slack off.
What about outside of sports?
Definitely be a good character.
You said you played football.
Yeah, that's correct.
How are you guys feeling after this season?
Well, our skilled players and our defensive backs and other backs, we're gonna be good. But now we're only worried about getting some linemen because we had 11 seniors, and most of them were all linemen. So now we got to recuperate getting a lineman now, and we should be fine for next season.
Jordan, you also had a pretty big season. What was the coaches saying about your past season this year?
I think they were proud of us. I mean, after we got knocked out by Bishop Fenwick, we kept on playing till the end, and always, gave it our all, no matter what, no matter who we played or anything.
All right, like I said in the beginning, we only have so much time. It was a pleasure to have you on, Raf and Jordan. I'd be happy to have you guys on the show again, and that's it from me. Now to the top three.
Welcome to the Lynn MA Sportscast Top 3 of the Week. I'm Sean Donahue. Number 3, St. Mary's Boys Basketball. First game of the season as the St. Mary's Boys Basketball team hosts the division rivals Cardinal Spellman, making his debut new head coach David Brown. And coming off a championship season, it was easy for the Spartans to pack the stands at Tony Conigliaro Gymnasium.
Off the rim, no good. The kick out to Amenta. Hits it for 3. The rebound. Straight away off the rim, no good. Vela gets the rebound. Stripped and taken away. Taylor with the layup off the steal from Lockett.
Spellman would win 62-54. Number 2, Kip Academy girls basketball. In their first game of the year, the Lynn Tech Tigers would host Kip Academy at the Lynn Tech Fieldhouse.
Stolen away. Restolen. Nice pass. Tipped and stolen away. Muriel pushing it up. The basket goes by Rosario. From outside the shot.
Kip Academy would go on to win 64-9. And number 1, top play of the week, St. Mary's girls basketball. Back at the Canigliaro Gymnasium, another Catholic Central League matchup between the Lady Spartans and the Ladies of Mattingale.
On with the loose basketball. Broken up from behind by Rudolph. They get it to Mucciarone. Lays it in again. Sanders with the steal. Walks it alone and lays it in.
Head coach Jeff Newhall seemed proud of his team as the Lady Spartans would come out on top 81-20. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next week for all the up-to-date info on Lynn Sports. For feedback, you can visit us at www.LynnCAMTV/shows/Lynn MA Sportscast or on Twitter at Lynn Sportscast. From Lynn MA Sportscast, we're your hosts, Sean Donahue
and Caleb Reddick.
Wishing you all the best.
You're watching LynnCAM TV. Thanks for tuning in.
Perfect, buddy. Heck yeah. That's awesome.